gravel crunches under boots. The sky is wide and pale and blue. The sky is wide and pale and blue. We're tracing old and twisted roots. I'm glad to spend the day with you. I'm glad to spend the day with you. We're walking slow across the field with nothing much at all to say. The simple joy that time can yield, oh, upon a quiet Saturday. The lichen grows on garden walls. A blackbird whistles from the lane. A blackbird whistles from the lane. The gentle way the sunlight falls, it washes out the morning rain. It washes out the morning rain. We're walking slow across the field with nothing much at all to say. The simple joy that time can yield, oh, upon a quiet Saturday. A copper coin beside the gate, a lopsided and wooden fence. We don't have any heavy weight. It all just starts to make some sense. Your hand is tucked inside your coat. The sheep are grazing on the hill. A tiny, steady silver note. The afternoon is calm and still. We're walking slow across the field with nothing much at all to say. The simple joy that time can yield upon a quiet Saturday. Across the field, we're walking slow, just you and me, the lucky ones.
Gravel crunches underneath my boot. The sun is sinking like a heavy stone. I'm reaching down to find the very root of why I never want to be alone. The buildings stretch their necks to catch the light. The traffic hums a low and steady blue. We're standing on the edge of coming night, and I am looking straight away at you. And I am tracing out the skyline on your palm, the jagged edges of the tower blocks. Your skin is like a harbor deep and calm, while all the world below us counts the clocks, tracing it out, just you and me. The air is cooling on your open neck. A siren wails somewhere in the street. The day is just a ferry, soles of both our feet. I find the spire upon your lifeline there. Crane that's hanging by your thumb so small. The evening wind is playing with your hair as we are standing 10 feet tall. And I am tracing out the skyline on your palm, the jagged edges of the tower blocks. Your skin is like a harbor deep and calm, just us. The wine is sitting heavy in the glass, and your face is caught in the wax light. I am watching the way your eyes move when you think the world has gone quiet. I am watching the way your eyes move, and I can't seem to find the words to say how the air in here has changed just because you decided to stay. It is the heat of you, not the fire on the grave. It's the simple truth that I no longer have to wait. It is the heat of you, and the way you look at me in this small room is all I'll ever need to see. The silver in your hair is catching the flame, and I feel a sudden ache in my chest, a gratitude that tastes like salt for the way that I have been blessed. I am tracing the grain of the table, thinking of the years we've put inside. There is nowhere else I wanna go. There is nowhere left for us to hide. It is the heat of you, not the fire on the grave. It's the simple truth that I no longer have to wait. It is the heat of you, and the way you look at me in this small room is all I'll ever need to see. The house is breathing soft, the world is far away and cold, but I have everything I want, and I have everything to hold. I have everything. It is the heat of you, not the fire on the grave. It's the simple truth that I no longer have to wait. It is the heat of you, and the way you look at me in this small room is all I'll ever need to see. Just the heat of you. Just the simple truth. Stay right here. The night is quiet now, and you are here, you are here.
The clouds are heavy, hanging low. The glass is cold against my palm. The world outside has lost its gold, but here the air is soft and calm. I find a sleeve beneath the stack, a layer of the years in gray. I wipe away the dusty track to hear the songs we used to play. The needle finds the narrow line, the violin begins to weep. I'm glad to know that you are mine, while all the rest is fast asleep. You're turning pages, white and old, a story from a different time. The afternoon is turning gold without a reason or a rhyme. We don't need a place to go. The sky can fall and wash the street. The analog is moving slow, and makes the quiet feel complete. The needle finds the narrow line. The violin begins to weep. I'm glad to know that you are mine, while all the rest is fast asleep. Just the crackle and the rain, just the humming of the bass, safe inside the window pane, in our little hiding place. The Morning Post is lying right beside the garden gate. I think I'll leave it sitting there for just another while. There really isn't any reason we should have to wait, when I am only looking for the beauty in your smile. Oh, it's just a simple kind of thing, to be exactly where we are. I love the comfort that you bring, without a journey or a car. The ancient oak is casting out a lovely bit of shade across the berry bushes in the corner over there. I'm grateful for the metal choices that we made, and how the wind is catching in your messy summer hair. Oh, it's just a simple kind of thing, to be exactly where we are. I love the comfort that you bring, without a journey or a car. The river's running to the sea, the clouds are drifting in the sky so high. I'm quite happy just to let it be, and watch the heavy world go by. It's just a simple kind of thing, to be exactly where we are. I love the comfort that you bring, without a journey or a car. Exactly where we are, right here.
The Columbia Road sun is a heavy golden hand on my neck, as the asphalt exhales the damp residue of a London dawn. You're threading through the crowds with a certain elegant wreck, checking the price of the snapdragons before the morning is gone. I watch the way your fingers graze the rough brown paper wrap, like you're reading the pulse of the earth through the crinkled sheet. There's a sudden sharp laughter from the vendor, a rhythmic snap, as the city postskins begins to drum against the soles of our feet. And oh, you're the wild, unruly shock of the zinnia's bloom, a vibrant, messy spectrum that defies the grey of the street. You're the quiet scent of lavender filling up every room, the unexpected sharpness and the underlined sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. We pass the hydrangeas, those heavy heads of cerulean blue, reminding me of your sudden deep shifts into a silent thought. I'm gathering up every petal that looks anything like you, buying back the fragments of the piece that the week had fought. The violin player is leaning into a melody by the brick wall, a romantic tension that mirrors the way our knuckles brush. I don't mind the elbows of the strangers or the vendor's call, because we're caught in this vivid floral sensory rush. And oh, you're the wild, unruly shock of the zinnia's bloom, a vibrant, messy spectrum that defies the grey of the street. You're the quiet scent of lavender filling up every room, the unexpected sharpness and the underlying sweet, so sweet, so sweet. Not a rose, no, that's too practiced, too heavy with its own weight. You're the ranunculum, many-layered and surprisingly strong, a complex geometry of kindness that I've come to appreciate, a bright percussive heartbeat in the middle of a weary song, in the middle of the song. So let's carry this garden home, let the stem soak in the glass, let the pollen dust the table like a secret we decided to keep, while the city hums outside and the long afternoon shadows pass. We'll stay here in the bright, colorful quiet before we sleep, before we sleep.